and I saw like I think about Dakota and I and how there's like always opportunities, you know, in traffic where you want to beat somebody's ass. I saw that you got into some Fast and the Furious type shit where you were drag racing some cars and stuff like that. I was like, you know, Lonnie seems like one of those guys you wouldn't want to mess with. And so I'm wondering with your personality and things like that, do you think you don't want to mess with me, I'm not going to quit type attitude is something that helped you overcome the challenges? Do you 100%. Think that,
Yeah. I always tell people, and I'm not smarter than anybody, I'm not better than anybody. I think I'm just too dumb to quit. Like, I don't like to fail. It doesn't work for me. And I failed many, many, many times in my life, and that's just part of life. But I don't like it. It didn't feel good, so I try not to do it. The drag racing thing, that was actually me and a buddy of mine. We were leaving one of my shops. So I used to build cars for a living.
Oh, wow.
And that was my second business attempt. It was a Wicked Customs and Whitlock Automotive.
Okay.
And we were leaving the shop one night. We were tired. We just finished building one of our cars. And I raced turbocharged Hondas back then. So I had a little 89.
That was some real Fast and the Furious stuff.
Yeah,
You're going underneath semis and stuff too.
Yeah, no, that is all make believe.
You put the neon underneath of it.
No, that one I never did. I never got into that. I don't know why. It just never appealed to me.
Did you have a big ass wing on the back of it or anything?
No, I didn't have that either. What I had was I did have a roof scoop, which was kind of dumb. Now that I look back at it, it's like that was stupid because it was totally pointless. But no, I had a little Civic hatchback, 1989 Civic hatchback that I had bought out of a junkyard for $150 and built the engine, turbocharged it. You know, we went through and did the whole block.
Did you build the Frankenstein version?
Yes.
Where you, everybody was doing that.
Yep. It was very popular back then. But we were leaving the shop one night. I had a crazy loud exhaust on my car. He had a crazy loud exhaust. We were actually just sitting at a stoplight, like piping each other. And this cop down the street comes racing up, screaming at us, and tells us to pull the F over. And, you know, pulls us out of the car. And we're like, we didn't do anything. He said, well, I heard you racing. It's like, you heard? And we didn't sit here at a stoplight. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So, yeah. So that was the whole drag racing incident.
Oh,
that's funny.
Yeah, it was bad. I wasn't even racing. I'm not going to say I haven't done that, but I wasn't doing that then.
Right. That's awesome.
It's like, well, even though you weren't, I knew that you've done it before. So I'm gonna give you a ticket. We're gonna figure this out.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm a huge car fanatic. So
somebody, a young kid, comes to you and says, Lonnie, you're an inspiration. You're a gym owner. I want to own a gym too. What's the science and strategy behind a winning as a gym owner? How do I do it? How do I make it work? What do I do? What's the first thing I do? What's the second thing I do?
Go to work in a gym. Work in a gym for at least 3 to 5 years. Reason being, there are a lot of nuances that people don't even realize. We spend a lot of time just looking at traffic patterns in our gym to alleviate congestion, to, you know, keep a lot of the, you know, the groupings of people moving around the gym. The actual flow of the equipment and how everything's laid out matters. Mm-hmm. People coming into the gym as they come in the front door, you know, I have to look through my front door as if I've never been in a gym before. What do I want to see? What is going to intimidate me? What's not going to intimidate me? Because one of the biggest hangups that people have for getting healthier and changing their life and taking that step is they walk in the door and they are terrified because that room is intimidating to most people. All they see is a bunch of stuff they've never seen before. It looks like torture equipment to them, and they just want to run away.